Yeah, we do. They already started, so let's get into this battle here.
Let's.
So for those of you guys on my stream, if you see a death pick icon while you're waiting for the battle to start, that tells you you've got 5 minutes until epicness begins. So we have our battle, and then during the battle, if you see a death pick, you know you've got 5 minutes until something crazy happens, most likely a death of a ship for some odd reason here or there. There you go.
All right, let's
Which,
look at these lineups. Zaf, take me to
yeah.
the TRETA lineup.
So TRETA is bringing a Montana and a Yamato. They're bringing a Moskva, a Des Moines, a Nevsky, and the first time I believe that we have seen an Henri so far in this tournament, and
Henri Contra.
a Gearing, a Marceau, and a Daring round up the setup here.
All right, opposing them from the south, Wonderland. I love their clan name. That's very clever with the one and everything. I'm a big fan.
Once we figured that out, yeah.
once it was explained to us, I sure as hell didn't get it at the start, but I got it now. Anyways, Yamato Kremlin, Des Moines, our second golden lion of the event, Zath, a Nevsky, Stalingrad, fronted by double Gearing and a Daring.
Yep.
And we're seeing a little bit of early deployment, very much the double battleship, kind of like we just saw off the other match, pushing to sea. Now, Zath, I don't know if you noticed real briefly, the Henri Contra was spotted right there. I think that might be either a Lighthouse build or a legendary unique upgrade Henri Contra.
Well,
that guy was spotted at like 18 clicks or something crazy.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's the only way that you play an Henri, especially even in competitive. Forget concealment, that doesn't matter. You go full Lighthouse build, and the reason you go full Lighthouse build is that those 240 millimeter guns, you just basically increase the damage that HE is going to put out. Let's face it, with an Henri, you're not going to shoot AP that often, so you're mainly just looking to fire HE as much as possible. You want to be farther away from the enemy in an Henri anyways, because the closer you are, the harder it is to dodge. So there's a lot of synergy with the Lighthouse build for this particular ship. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Henri running either double rudder or propulsion and rudder. As you can see, it kicked over pretty quick, so I'm thinking that's a double rudder setup.
Now, let's just clarify for everybody in the audience. We talk about a Lighthouse build. What do we mean? Let's make sure everybody understands what we're talking about.
So Lighthouse build is it's the one that increases damage for HE shells. I don't remember the exact name of the commander's skill.
I can't remember the name of the skill either, but yeah.
I'm sure someone in chat will put it out there. So guys, just look at your chat to see. And thanks guys for correcting us on these kinds of deals. But basically, it increases your the damage that your shells do by, I believe it's 25%, but at the cost of increasing your concealment. So instead of decreasing it, making you stealthier, it increases it, makes you easier to be detected. That's why we call it the Lighthouse build, because essentially you're putting this giant beacon over your ship and, being spotted like 2 or 3 kilometers farther away than normal.
Yeah, you're basically always detected. Like,
correct.
Even when you're not shooting, your detection radius and your gun range are almost the same number.
Yep, and if you look at where the Henri is at, he's basically almost max range from the Des Moines.
Yeah. And there's another skill that on top of that is it's not outnumbered. There's another skill that's like when you're detected or when a ship is spotted in your detection radius, you get like a 10% gun reload buff or something like this for main battery. So basically you marry all these skills together in such a way that you're essentially always spotted for max and you get just a massive reload buff on those 240s. So that's
correct.
That seems to be how they have set that up to go.
Yep.
Now the Yamato's AA was going off right there. Oh, the Galileo's okay. It was the Moskva's AA. He's trying to drop some airstrikes on Pablo's Moskva here.
Yes.
Looks like the first one wasn't very effective or it just missed completely. Let's see if the second one looks like it's a little more on target.
Yep.
Yep. Gets about 5,000-6,000 out of it.
Yep. Not a ton, but that's again because you have to think about the way that the strikes come. It's basically a straight line from your ship directly to the enemy ship. So because Pablo was slightly angled, only a few of those actually hit, as opposed to like the entire drop.
Yep. Now with 5 minutes gone, we've had a bit of a cap juggling, right? The Daring, that was Koopman's Daring, had picked up B earlier. He left. Matthews' daring now has stolen B away.
Mhm.
The gearing, that's Ken Su over here at A, had picked up A. And then Admiral Steele's gearing trying to work back in was just kind of driven off, I think, by the Nevsky radar there as his team kind of comes back in to try and help hold the A cap. So at the moment, TRETA sitting on A and B, nobody owning C. And it looks as if Wonderland is still kind of jockeying for board position, but they've given up a decent chunk of health to get where they are now.
Well, and that's true typically in competitive. In order to gain positioning in the maps, you have to trade HP for that positioning, and I think we're seeing that happening here a little bit. But Wonderland is it seems to be not trading as well here with that Des Moines taking the bulk of that punishment. But looks like Sud
Yeah.
Dude and the Yamato also got whacked a couple of times. We didn't
Yeah.
catch that, but
Early on, he was down about 20, 30,000 HP, still more or less is,
mm,
as I'm guessing these are Matthias's torpedoes from the gearing kind of hunting him out there, but those look like they're going to all fall astern. Oh, they don't even have the range for it. I thought maybe he had
no,
the 16-kilometer torps, but it looks like Matthias is packing the Fletcher torps with
that's
only a
a
10.5-kilometer range.
sir, that's a daring. Not a
I'm
gearing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They've got gearing and daring on the same team. I'm getting them confused. I apologize. Thank
It's
you.
okay. It's okay. It's got an ing at the end of it.
They
But
do
look
it.
at
I get that also throws me.
but here you can see the power of that lighthouse build with the Henri chipping down. Oh, and there he goes. The Des Moines just gone.
They were really focusing him, right? You had Jensenovsky's Des Moines. Mezomo had thrown some shells that way. The Yamato now then coming, making his presence known. And
Hmm.
first blood here going to TRETA. So they're up 2 caps. Well, Kookman's trying to get back into B, but he's
Oh
losing this
no.
fight.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he's kind of getting double teamed now between the gearing and the daring. He's pushed up very aggressively, thinking he could 1v1 this opposing daring, but it doesn't. It's really not going well. He's on double fires now, just putting those out as he turns around and tries to retreat back south out of the cap.
Now look at the daring, or sorry, the gearing. Admiral Steele, 138 hit points. Something happened here, and a torpedo might hit Matthias. It
Yes,
does.
Matthias loses half his HP there as he takes some shell fire from the south. Admiral Steele almost dead. Kookman on fire again.
Wow.
Right now, the difference in this game is absolutely the destroyer play of TRETA versus Wonderland in terms of
Yeah.
Wonderland's destroyers are just not doing so hot, and then that early focus fire on the Des Moines coming up nicely for TRETA.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of this yesterday, but so far in both of the games we've cast, we've been noticing this, right? Where the destroyers are just willing to trade an awful lot of their hit points for relatively no gain. They think that they're going to make some big play, but
Yeah,
it ends up being that they lose a good chunk of their health and they're essentially, battlefield ineffective.
yeah. And right now we're about to see the daring get tag teamed. He's going to smoke. That's Kookman. He's going to try and get out of here. He did get a heal off, but just a couple of shells. He's on fire again. He's going out. There
Not
it is.
enough. Not enough. You
Nope.
cannot allow
Just
yourself to get spotted like that.
gave up too much HP, and just like that, it's a 2-ship lead, effectively a 3-ship lead for TRETA because
Mhm.
Admiral Steele is essentially a one-shot kill. He has to be incredibly cautious about where he is. In fact, he's spotted now. Diogo's radar going up. A single
Bye.
shell will take him out of the game.
Just
See
a
if he can dodge him
sneeze.
or not.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
Diogo sneezes on him, and just like that, he's out of the game as well. It's taken some time, but Wonderland kind of finally starting to organize a push up the 9 line over here.
Yes.
You I I feel like this is coming too late, Zath. Like when we see teams try this, they usually get it together about 3 or 4 minutes quicker than this.
I think the problem was that they got stuck because of that Des Moines in the traditional Des Moines position. TRETA had an answer for that with the Lighthouse build. Henri plus the Des Moines
Henri, yeah.
were both over there able to get some shots, and then the Yamato just hooking them in right over that little bit in the island there. Just
Yeah.
beautiful work by TRETA there.
Try to executing their plan on North here to perfection. They knew there would be a cruiser in that spot, and
Hmm.
they definitely took care of him as the Nevsky down on the H line. That's Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I see what you did there with the standing. How clever. How clever. But he finally falls to the Montana Nevsky duo over at A of TRETA. TRETA, wow, on a 4-ship lead. We're approaching the halfway mark of the timer, but Zath, there's no way this match is
Oh,
going to time.
this is I mean, this is unfortunately, yeah, it's decided. It's just a matter of time. You know, Calypso is now the farm target. There he goes. Horman Yamato getting it right in there. Remember that Stalingrad has an icebreaker bow, but on the top, the upper part of that armor is relatively
Yep.
weak. So
You can absolutely punch through it.
that's right. Now look at USS BB-11 in the Golden Lion just coming up now, saying, "Well, let's see if we can make something happen." But I don't think he's gonna make anything happen.
I think what's going to happen is he's going to get focused off the board. That's what I think is going to happen. He can't possibly compete with the Des Moines in terms of rate of fire.
Nope.
Yeah, the Des Moines armor is decent enough that at that angle he's going to bounce a lot of those.
Yep. And I'm
I
looking
mean, they
for
got to
those
try something, right?
I'm looking for those Montana shells. He's got the spotter plane up, so let's go over there and see if that
They
Montana
just came in,
did they?
but they were all a little
short.
forward. Yep, just a little ahead of the Golden Lion here. He might not survive for the Monty to get off a second salvo. We'll see.
Yeah. He just fired another salvo.
Well, let's have a look.
They're incoming.
Daring AP now coming in.
Let's see, is he gonna get the kill?
The in-flight meal being served now for these shells, but they're going to arrive. They're going to
Just a
arrive
little late.
after the kill.
Just a little late. But you
just
know what?
a little late as... Go ahead.
I got my death pick.
There you go. TRETA with the clean sweep. Flawless victory here on North. Looking really solid here in game 1 on day 2 of King of the Sea here on NA. Very well done.
That's a really good point. They didn't lose a single game.
Nope.
Or
that is a single ship. Yep, that is a flawless victory for TRETA. Why did the TNG logo come up for TRETA? Why is what is that?
Let me go to the winner, and yeah.
Okay, that's weird. I feel like something in the spreadsheet got its fingers crossed, got something crossed over there, but oh well.
I mean,
anyways,
hey, you know what? The games are working. Everything else is working fine. I'm just happy that it's good. You know.
The nice thing about day 1 and 2, you know, and you and I've talked about this before, right? Early days of King of the Sea are typically very relaxed. It's very loosey goosey. You know, the schedule. You have to be willing to roll with the schedule changes and the punches. We did yesterday. We had some delays late in the day. We audibled and we went with it. You have to learn to do that when you cast this event because there's so many cats to herd in the early days.
Yes.
Weird stuff happens all the
time. The next battle is up already. It's the first battle of the day, so I'm sure they're just getting ready to go.
You're talking about RNG? Our next battle is RNG and FFG.
Salts versus FFG, I thought.
Oh, what happened there? I don't know why. Why did I write RNG?
Boo.
Did they change their? You know what it is? I think they changed their tag along the way. From when I built that list with you the other night, that had changed apparently. So let me get that set up. Salts, you say?
Oh, okay.
Yep, Salts versus...
They got delayed. This is Salts versus Well Done. They haven't played their match yet, so...
What? Whoa, they're way behind. They are supposed to have started 15. Supposed to have started that group 15 minutes ago. Weren't we just talking about this, Seth? Weren't we just talking about this?
we were. 1 second. So will Salts FFG happen right away?
You've got 2 games in Group 13 that haven't gotten off the ground yet. That's a little surprising.
Okay. Yeah, that's... Let me take a look and see if we have anything in.
All right, well, let's see. We've got to fill a game in the next... Our game was not scheduled to start for 15 minutes.
Right.
Let's look for something that might not have a streamer. Fail and THC is in the room with no one covering them. If we want to just hop over and steal that. That's about 8 minutes away. Hold on, I'm looking. That's a forfeit. That game is covered. Yeah, I think that's probably your best bet, Zath. Fail and THC, I think, is the way to go.
Okay.
So looks like that room contact is annoying Italian. So why don't we see if we can see? It says that game is they're in the room. So let's go check it out.
Okay.
We'll make an audible here.
hey, again, that's so that we don't have to do the song and dance, you know.
Yes.
I like how you're like, yes. All right, we are now searching for the annoying.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let me just see if it comes up in the list. It should be fail versus THC.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for the list to populate.
Which group is that?
That is Group 12, sir. And we're actually scheduled for Fail's very next game, so we might end up getting them 2 games in a row.
Fail versus Salvo, right?
Fail versus Salvo.
Okay, it might be under Mr. Sock as well.
The ref, you mean? Yeah, it might be. I don't even see it in here. Let's see, because it says they're in the room. No. All right, we gotta find out who's hosting this game because it's not who's on the sheet.
Okay, so this game again, it's gonna be
this is
Fail
Group
versus
12.
THC, right?
Yeah, this is group. What did I say? It was Group 12.
Yes.
Group 12. All right, so let me go find out who's hosting the room. Fail versus THC.
Yep.
Room is up under Mad Dog.
MAD.
Mad Dog.
I got it.
There it is. All right. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. So we're going to get a couple of back-to-back games of Fail today, it would seem, but that's all right.
That's okay.
Oh, Fail is 007.
I
didn't
noticed,
know this.
I noticed that just now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go.
That's good. That's neat. But at least we're getting Hotspot 4 cap, which is exciting to watch, guys.
I'm looking forward to this. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So let me get this set up. We're going to Fail. see what I did there?
I
see
like
what I did there,
you just went right into it. You just that was
right
that was
into
a
it,
thing
baby.
of that was a thing of beauty right there.
It's almost like I planned it. There's our next game, guys. There we go.
Let's do an update of where we're at game-wise so far. Looks like QCN, POW coming up with technically 6 points. They won their battles. MGN, if I remember right, dropped out of the tournament. So everybody in that group automatically got 3 points. So that's going to be interesting to see later today how that's going to shake things up. Fail and YOLO and TF-Enya won one game in Group 12. Mm-hmm. And TRETA, we just cast in Group 14, beating Wonderland.
Just saw them over Wonderland here. All right.
And MIBRA and F4E have won a game in Group 10. We didn't see that last time. Okay. So what's their start time? 45. Okay, 4 minutes.
Yeah, we should only be 3 or 4 minutes off of this game. So
gotcha. Okay.
So yeah. Oop, wrong button. That button. That's the button I wanted.
Because there was nobody to cast in the 340 block or 240 our time block.
Correct. That is correct. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what, Zath? While I'm thinking about it, the game has finally finished on our stream. I'm going to go run a quick ad.
That's a good idea.
Clear that out. We can clear that out and get that done.
I like your thinking, sir.
Yep. For me, it's all about trying to make this better for people who come in a little late so they don't miss the good stuff.
Yep. While we are in a bit of an intermission, just a reminder, on both of our channels, we are doing giveaways. The primary giveaways we're giving away are King of the Sea containers. These are not... Let me back that up. These are King of the Sea codes. They're not for King of the Sea containers. They are for more resource containers. And I think there's 3 of them, if I remember correctly. Or is it 5? It's 3 or 5. One of the 2.
I think it's 5 resource containers, and you can win up to 3 times. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Each code is worth 5 resource containers.
So that's when that's one of the things you can win on our channel. I'm sure you're doing this too. We're also giving away some of the standard fare for us, right? The CC containers and the sub camouflages as well. So keep on the lookout for chat, guys. We're trying to, at least on my side, we're having our moderators do the giveaways in between battles so that you're not staring at chat while you're trying to watch the battle, and it tries to keep
Correct.
chat clean so that people can talk about what's happening in the game and that sort of deal. Also,
Correct.
Raptor,
Go ahead.
I sent you an invite for squad stream.
Oh yes, thank you. Yeah, the deal with this today is basically, and I finally have figured out how to do this. That with letting them run the giveaways in between games, and then when the game is on, chat, we are all focused on the game, and then when the game ends, hey, let's do free stuff and keep people entertained, and like you do at a baseball game, right? In between innings, they run around and with little t-shirt cannons and fire t-shirts into the stands. Same idea. Same idea.
Who wants a t-shirt?
Who wants a t-shirt? And hey, Zach, guess what? We're dropping into this game, baby.
Oh wow, we're early.
They're going a couple of minutes early here, and I'm okay with that. I'd rather be ahead of schedule than behind schedule.
Yes.